Hey, what's going on, everyone? You're watching a little bit of morning RFC, but for me, it's actually really late at night, although technically it is the morning, so I'm really tired. But I had to talk about the story for you guys, because it's one of those stories, like, when it comes to my YouTube channel, like, there'll be, like, you know, stories where I like, have to cover it, because I try to get a video out every day for you guys, so I'm like, okay, I have to talk about this, otherwise I'm not going to be able to give you guys a video today. But then there are other stories where I'm like, I'm so interested in them, that I actually want to give you guys a story, regardless of what time it is during the day, like, right now, where it's literally, like, 2 in the morning right now. This relates to Shane Dawson. Now, anytime I cover the beauty community or whatever, you know, people don't really care about it much on this channel. But I found this one particularly interesting because it relates to some very questionable clips, and we've got a decent amount of footage to go through, so I'm gonna try to speed it up for you guys so we don't waste too much time on here. Now, last time I talked about Shane Dawson, I covered his apology letter, which was basically him apologizing or talking about how that he slandered James Charles as a sexual harasser based off of faulty accusations. And well, of course, the whole internet tore him up for that, and rightfully so, and he issued this pitiful feel sorry for me letter that nobody really bought, nobody really took seriously. Matter of fact, it only made the situation worse for him. His last tweet on his Twitter account tweeted, "I deleted everything. I'm done. For those who wanted me to address it, I did. I'm sure you can find it reposted somewhere, but I don't want this energy in my life or on my timeline. I'm too sensitive for this shit, and I'm done." And done was he. Well, unfortunately, some things have happened now that I have to talk about. So, a lot of people were made aware of this when Keemstar posted this tweet. He said, based on many drama/tea/commentary YouTuber tweets I've seen tonight, Shane Dawson will be canceled hard tomorrow, with multiple exposed videos about his inappropriate behavior with minors. Ironically, Onision tried to warn everybody, but nobody listened. Now, my buddy Nick was actually just live on his YouTube channel talking to Onision, and one of the things that Onision had said that was a passing comment was that he had warned people about Shane Dawson, and he regretted apologizing for accusations that he had made against Shane Dawson. And it's funny now, you can kind of see why I'm recording this video so late at night and why I want to make sure I get this out as quickly as possible, because tomorrow, which is today for you guys watching this in the future, there are going to be a ton of videos covering this behavior with minors, and I'm sure you're on the edge of your seats wondering what's going on here. Well, fortunately, Memology has a video showing some old clips. Let's take a look at this right here.
To come to my house and visit me.
That's Shane Dawson doing a cover. This is a very old video.
I let you play with Barbies and then we'd bake cookies.
Oh, the whole video is just a weird pedophile fantasy. Let's keep
And then you came over. I was the one that turned you gay. The one that turned you gay. The one that turned you gay.
yeah, the one that turned you gay, if you couldn't figure out the lyrics there. Now, on its own, we've seen one clip. So what? It's an old, edgy music video. Yeah, there is a child actor present in scenes that are very obviously sexualized. I mean, the whole, you know, the hook to the song is he's the one who turned him gay, which, I guess would imply that he molested the kid, right? Because if he turned him gay, they had sex, and he's a kid. Yeah, maybe I'm looking too into this. Okay, so what? We've seen one clip. It was edgy back then in the day or whatever. Shane has already clarified that he had an edgy past sense of humor. Maybe I'm looking too into it. Let's just keep going, all right? Let's not jump on the let's not jump too hard there. Okay, so in this clip, Shane and someone else in the video that I'm not aware of, but they seem significantly older than Shane, they're talking to a fan, and they immediately demand the fan to twerk for them.
I love you too. Can you twerk for us? I know twerking is insane.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh, I love you too. Now shut up and twerk. Maybe she can't hear us. Here, wait.
Okay, okay.
Twerk for us.
Oh,
Here we go. She's moving furniture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
girl.
Yeah. Now tell her to show herself.
Stop it, Shaylee.
Love you.
Oh.
Okay, so maybe the girl in that clip, you know, she seems young and she was definitely fangirling at the sight of being in an Omegle call with Shane Dawson, but perhaps she was overage. Still, though, I mean, that doesn't really go into child, you know, grooming or inappropriate behavior to minors unless it is confirmed that the girl in that clip is a minor herself. But it's definitely, you know, manipulative of your fans or whatever, and there's definitely room to criticize that clip right there. Here's a quick clip where he, as Memology writes here, another instance pretends to masturbate to the picture of a minor.
Oh, Willow. Oh, I'll whip your hair back and forth. Oh.
So again, so far what we've seen is, you know, this is definitely, you know, an edgy joke, you know, old questionable music video with a child actor, manipulation of fans that could be minors, you know, all this stuff is pretty sketch. But this clip right here, what we're about to watch, is the most disgusting and disturbing and damning clip I think I've ever seen of Shane Dawson, period. Let's begin. Well, maybe using the word period was a little, maybe I should use a different word. You'll see why in just a second.
Lucy, let's get real.
That's so embarrassing.
We want to know.
Alright, this is Shane Dawson, who's obviously holding the camera, talking to a 12-year-old.
We have a question.
What is it? Very important question. And you don't need to feel shy about it.
No, you really.
It's natural.
It's natural. Is there anybody around? No?
It's natural for a girl at your age.
Yeah. So we want to talk to you. We want to explain what sex is to you. We did get really
Yeah.
quiet.
Oh, where's the other peep? We should probably
Oh, yeah.
explain.
We'll
what
just
it
use,
is.
we'll use peeps. Okay, well, one peep and then we'll use you.
Oh.
Okay. So, we'll just pretend like that's, you know. I mean, that works.
Lucy, this happens.
See, oh.
Ah! And then you're so happy when you're an adult. I can't believe I'm endorsing this. Look what you've turned me into.
They know what they're doing is wrong in the clip. That's something you gotta pay attention to.
So Lucy, does that make sense?
Can you reenact it for us?
But Lucy, listen, you should be in love and you should preferably be married and hopefully not have any kids.
Okay.
And you should definitely be over the age of like 24, 25.
And he should put a ring on it.
And he should put a
fat ring on it.
dick ring on it. No, I'm kidding. No, you don't know what that is. You shouldn't know what that is. Now, are you on your period right now?
What?
I'm trying to get answers.
How old are
I'm
you?
not gonna give you anything.
So close.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
She's
This
on a period,
feels very-
right?
What?
She admits in the clip that she's 12 while they're talking about periods and dick rings.
Are you? No, you're not on your period? You bleed.
No.
Now listen, you have a boyfriend,
I literally just physically twitched to that. This is just disgusting.
right?
Yeah.
Now, what did I tell you? When he says, can I put it in, you say,
No.
good.
Now they're talking about putting it in. I mean, I know like this narration right now sounds retarded because obviously you're watching the clip, you can tell what's going on, but I just have to point it out because it's ridiculous what I'm watching right now.
High five, girlfriend. Now, when he says, what about just in your mouth? You say,
No.
no.
You say, I bite. Right?
12 years old, everybody. 12 years old.
Now, let's take a look at the Social Blaze. So this is Shane Dawson's current channel. Now, he's been losing followers for a while, and now I don't imagine it's because of these clips yet. They've really surfaced only today, or yesterday for you guys who are watching, but he has been losing a lot of subs. But I want to take you to his second channel, Shane Dawson TV, where he has privated almost 40 million views worth of videos on this channel. He is hiding. He hasn't really issued a statement just yet, and just to double check, we can fire up the old Twitter machine and just do a double check live on the air. Of course, he might have issued a statement by the time this video comes out. I'm hoping that that hasn't happened because then it'll be outdated. But no, nothing's come out on Twitter, which is the platform they would use to issue a statement here. This is pretty terrifying stuff. Now, let me make it abundantly clear here, guys. Let me make it just perfectly clear, just so we're on the same page. Does this mean that Shane Dawson is a pedophile? No. We're not even going there yet. Nobody's made an allegation that Shane Dawson, well, I mean, people have made allegations, but nobody's made an allegation that's based off some sort of like circumstantial or direct proof. Like, we're not even close to allegations or to a scenario in which Shane Dawson is in fact a pedophile. We're simply looking at weird clips, all right? And looking at weird clips and questioning what's going on in these clips is far off from this guy is a literal pedophile. I just want to make that clear that no allegations are being made. Here's a podcaster I follow on Twitter, Mersh. He found this tweet back in 2011 actually, Shane Dawson. He says, snapshot from the set of the Final Destination spoof. I fucking love this kid so much. I just want to squeeze him. And then he puts in parentheses, yes, ... I'm a pedophile. This one is obviously a joke to me. I can certainly say that, but when you compile it with all the other clips, you know, it's not just one clip or, you know, one or two questionable jokes he's made. It's like a history of it and like music videos and 2 minutes of talking about sex and, you know, descriptive stuff to a 12-year-old on camera. It's just not at all. Now, again, in Shane Dawson's defense, I want to just point one thing out in this video. You are going to see a clip that is 2 minutes long that has scary music where Shane is talking about jerking off to a 6-year-old. This clip right here, I just want to I want to make it clear. This clip, and I'll play a little bit of it so you know what it is.
This child was probably 6 years old. And I was taking a picture of something, and the kid turns to me and goes, "Oh, are you Instagramming?" And first of all, how does a 5-year-old, 6-year-old know what Instagram is? Right. Which is terrifying. Second of all, I was embarrassed because yes, I was, and it was a picture of my salad. And the 6-year-old girl goes, "Oh, how many followers do you have?" I have 125,000.
No.
Her dick was almost as big as mine.
Really?
And I said, "Okay, little big dick, why do you have so many followers?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm a cheerleader." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And she shows me her Instagrams, which are like, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, she's like sexy. She's like sexy.
You're disgusting.
I know, listen, we've talked about pedophilia before.
Shane.
The clip goes on to describe some weird stuff, and you'll probably see a lot on social media. I just want to clarify, this clip it went viral in a video made by a YouTube channel called Pop Blast that no longer exists anymore, that made a slanderous out of context video on Shane Dawson, calling him a pedophile, where they include clips in a podcast from 10 years ago where he's actually like literally making jokes. As far as I know, this story that he's describing right here is completely fake and made just by Shane to disturb the co-host. Now, you might draw a different conclusion from that based on the clips you've seen tonight that might lead you to a different story, but I'm saying right now, this clip in particular is not, it did not come out at the same time these other clips came out. This is like years old, and this has already been responded to, and the holes in it have been poked at by Shane Dawson himself and by people who have listened to the original podcast and compared the footage. This video is very strategically uploaded with scary music in the back and Google Images to aid a certain narrative that simply did not happen. So, you know, while these other clips look strange, this one in particular, don't fall for this one, because I started to fall for this one and I was tweeting about it, and then I started looking into the context of it and I deleted my tweets immediately, just because, you know, Shane's a weirdo, Shane's a degenerate, but if you want to go at Shane, use clips that, you know, are not out of context, all right? Regardless of the context of these clips that I've shown you, I think it's pretty obvious that even if some of these are jokes, that it's disgusting. And you can even argue that this podcast is disgusting, where they were able to make this 2-minute video clip or whatever. But at least this clip was maliciously edited to purposely string a narrative that simply wasn't there. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. I'll have a link to this article if you want to know more about this clip and the origins and Shane Dawson's response, but I think that's about going to do it for the allegations against, or not allegations, let me be clear, responding to the clips about Shane that have really just been strung up and used to attack him. And yeah, I find these clips absolutely disgusting. Does this mean anything severe? No. But it is pretty disgusting to look back at. And I think that's just where I'm going to leave it off there. I mean, I could draw conclusions from this. I could, the Hollywood thing or whatever, the pedo rings, Epstein. We could go all different conspiracies or whatever, but I think for tonight, we're just going to leave it at that. My name's AllUFC. That's all I got for you guys today. Be sure to let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Like the video. Make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on. I'll be live later tonight talking about this and more. It's going to be an interesting ride, guys. Be on the lookout for tonight's podcast.